Evening, everybody, on this Christmas Eve. It's been a long time since I did a video. Well, it might have been. I can't remember when I did a video last. Who knows? But anyway, as I said earlier on, I would do a video this evening. I keep getting notifications coming up on my phone as I'm trying to do the video. So, how have you been faring over this last few weeks with this incoming energy? For me personally, I've been wiped out, and yet I've had to continue working. Feel like I want to do a lot of sleeping and a lot of resting. I've been working all day today, and I was working all day yesterday. And now I'm off for 5 days, so I'm really looking forward to that. Catching up on some sleep, getting some rest, resting my leg, not standing on it for any length of time anymore. And just generally being selfful. The energy that's been coming in recently has been quite powerful, and we know because of what's happening in the ethers, there's a lot of energetic changes going off, but also with the different things that's been happening, the moon phases and the winter solstice and all of that kind of thing, there's been a lot of changes. We know this year has been a year of changes, and going forward, next year probably still going to be a lot of things to let go of, but there will be more forward movement, I feel. We're not out of the woods yet with regard to the coming to end of this year, so you might find that there's even more stuff that comes out clearing. I've had that happen this last couple of days, but it's all for a good reason. And you might have noticed that each time something's come up as a trigger, you might actually be finding that you deal with it a lot quicker than you did earlier on in the year. You overcome the questions and maybe the anger and stuff like that, to kind of find that place of sort of letting go, cutting the cords and letting go and forgiving. So that's a little bit about the energy that's going off at the moment. Just try and look after your own personal energy, and as much as you can, try and find the joy and the peace for now. So I've got a deck of cards here that I've had for quite a number of years, and they're by Stephanie J. King. And I know that this deck, she redid this deck probably a few years ago now, but the deck that I've got are actually the very first deck that she ever brought out. A few years ago, she actually brought out a book. So my deck of cards only have short, small cards in that give very brief information about each card, but she actually brought out this book, and it's called I Am I, Angel Messages. And I, for some reason, I just felt drawn to it today. There's been another deck that I've been drawn to with a couple of cards that's flown out, but the one that I want to focus on tonight is this one, because this literally flew out, and this card is called Doorways. Now, there is a lot of information with these cards in this book, so I'm going to give you my feeling of what this card is talking about, based on what my team are telling me, and then I'm going to give you the extra reading, which is what's actually written in the book. So the archangel that's connected with this card is Archangel Jeremiah. Now, when we talk about doorways, it's very apt this actually at the moment, because of what we've been doing this year, with all the shedding that's been going off and the clearing and the cutting cords that's been going off. Every time we close a door, every time we cut a cord, every time we shed a skin, we become open and ready for the next step of the journey, the next door to step through. As we come to the end of this year, it is even more apt that this card should come out, because this card is a representation of starting something new. It's about stepping into the unknown, facing your fear and stepping forward and allowing yourself to take that risk, that opportunity, face the fear and do it anyway. And it's a lovely card. You can see, if I put it quite close up, she's got a key in her hand, and that is a representation of you holding the key to your future, your destiny. So I'm going to read what it says in this book about that card. So part of the messages that are in this book are actually channeled by Stephanie King, and they are straight from source. So the source messages. So where I refer to it as I am I, that's because that part of it is a message from source. So it starts with I am I, and it says, you have made it to another level. This will take you forward beyond what you've lived before. From this point forward, the way ahead will be unwritten. Connect with Archangel Jeremiah and the universal oneness. There are particular crystals that you can use as well to connect to this energy, and that they are clear quartz, amethyst, and lapis lazuli. So it says, where are you heading? What have you done? And what thoughts and intentions do you harbour? You birthed to work through karma. This you've safely done. Everything that you've gone through was for a higher reason, for life, yourself, or others in your soul group. Now it's time to create another story, a higher version of the self you've designed and chosen. You have talents and payback gifts from all that's been accomplished. Learn to find them, take them with you, and move forwards towards the future now unfolding. There is no need to throw away all you have amassed, family, friendships, home, and work, as that is part of who you are and who you should be now to then move forward. This is more about consolidation, understanding your life fully, taking stock and learning what you want to be remembered for. What do you want to now give back? What does your life stand for? What still remains unfinished? What will make you happy and your own life finally work? What have you gained as insight, as payback from all that you've been through? Who needs you in their life? Who needs to be in your life? How do you help support each other? What do life and others gain from your association, presence, and you from theirs? These are things you need to know as you draw a line and step across it towards the happiness you've worked through lifetimes to achieve. This is a gift from life. What you accomplish will pave the way for other people to be inspired and then follow to make their own way. You have made it through the mire towards what you wanted to bring in. I am I speaks. Everyone will reach this point at some part of their journey if they remember that they want to, how and why, with conscious effort. You have reached it now as a beacon that others will notice and maybe follow. So well done. There's an affirmation with this card as well. And the affirmation is, I go forward with grace, ease and understanding towards the future I too program along with life. I go forward with grace, ease and understanding towards the future I too program along with life. So that's the card today, the card of doorways. So ask yourself those questions. Find your direction. Stick to your guns. Put you first, but do it with love. And allow yourself to step through the next doorway of your life. 2026 is an opportunity for you to take, for all of us to take, and start something new, or follow that dream that you've always wanted but never felt you could achieve it. I'm certainly going to do that, and I hope that you do too. So I'm going to wish you a Merry Christmas this evening. I'm taking a few days off. I may well do a card reading at the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. I'll see how I feel. But for now, this is about me being selfful, giving me the opportunity to think, which direction do I want to take my life in from next year onwards. Have a wonderful Christmas. Love each other. Enjoy each other's company. Find the joy in small things. Presents are great, but companionship, connection, being around those who you love is a bigger gift than any material things. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.